out there now, guys. Let's take charge. Let's do not dip our toe in the water, see if it's hot or cold. Got me? From the very beginning, get after their ass.
Play hard, play smart, play together. Let's control our effort. Let's play hard. If we play for each other, I promise we're going to get the result we want, okay? Let's go. Win on me, win on three. 1, 2, 3. Win. Hey, keep leading them, boys. We need you. We're going to score some points today.
That is how it looks and sounds when spring football is united. Only week 3, the United Football League, and an enormous matchup today with 1-1 Michigan going up against 0-2 Houston. When we look at the standings, we realize why this game is so significant, because the Birmingham Stallions look unbeatable. They're trying to run away with the USFL Conference title. Top 2 teams from each conference get in. Michigan needs a win here to stay 1 game back. Later in the XFL, undefeated San Antonio taking on St. Louis. With that, hello and welcome to Detroit. I'm Loa Galindo. He's Tom Luganbill. Harry Douglas, Caleb Burton joining us from the field. Week 3, and already check out what we've seen in the UFL. DC and San Antonio scoring more than 10 points in under a minute to win games. And Michigan's Jake Bates, how about 2 straight weeks with field goals of at least 60 yards. Now, for Houston, they're 0-2. What's plagued them?
Really self-inflicted wounds, Lowell. They haven't been able to get out of their own way. This is not a team that's devoid of talent. Their coaching has been sound. They've just hurt themselves. You see this turnover right here, week 1 at home versus Memphis. And how about this? Kirk Merritt, who not only is off to the races for a potential touchdown, gets stripped of the football, and now he's lost for the season. And on the most important drive of the game, to try to close out this game, back-to-back procedure penalties. You're going backwards, Houston, and Curtis Johnson's team needs to start moving forward.
They do get a spark with Reed Sinnott. He's going to get the start here. Almost led that comeback for DC. For the Panthers, it's such an interesting comparison. You've got E.J. Perry, former Ivy League Offensive Player of the Year out of Brown, going up against Danny Etling from the powerhouse LSU for this job.
Yeah, you look at him at Brown here, and one of the things that made him such a dynamic player in the Ivy League is his athleticism as a runner. I would like to see more of that from E.J. Perry here today in this offense. He's got to protect the football. He's turned the ball over 3 times in the first 2 weeks. If he takes care of the football and they start to utilize him as a designated runner, I think that's what will make this offense go.
In the UFL, we embrace betting, and every week we put fake money on the game. So our best bets of the day, everybody's taking the under except me. You got to take the over. And if you look bottom right, I'm minus 20, so I believe that means I am the favorite to win it all.
You are on an island. It's an island of misfit toys, but you're on an island.
Wait, that means I'm down 20 bucks? That's not good. Here's Caleb Burton standing by with Houston head coach C.J. Johnson.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Coach, you told me before this that you were eager to see Reed Sinnott get his first start with you guys. What specifically do you want to see from your quarterback?
Just be smart, take what they give you, make the right decisions. I think he's very well prepared, and his accuracy is important. He's very accurate. I'm excited to see him play.
I think a lot of people are. You are going up against a Michigan Panthers defense, really sound, especially in red zone coverage. How do you plan to score here today?
Hey, well, we got to run the ball. Most important, we got to run it, and then I think Reed will pick his shots when we need to take some shots. But we just got to maintain that we can run the football.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Over to Harry with Coach Nolan.
Coach, you know within the game of football, there are going to be highs and lows. You experienced in week 1 the highs, a little bit of lows in week 2. What was your messaging coming out here to the football field?
Well, obviously we've only played 2 games thus far, but I thought we've started slow in the first couple games and kind of said to them, look guys, let's not dip our toe in the water on this, to find out whether it's hot or cold. Let's start fast, which is what we need to do to get things rolling.
Who are you excited about seeing today, making that extra jump from week 1 to week 2, now to week 3?
Wow, I wish it was one guy. It's really an entire group. So I'd like to see our offense start fast, like I said, and put things together early.
Have a good one, Coach.
Thanks. You too, Harry.
Coach Nolan, defensive-minded head coach, but one of the unique rules with the UFL, home team gets to decide they want to kick or receive. He's going to kick it away. We also have 3 options after a touchdown, 1, 2, or 3. And the best rule in the 4th quarter, if you score and it ties a game or you still trail, you can go for a 4th and 12, make it, keep it from the 28. We've seen that huge in the wins for San Antonio and DC so far this year. So the big leg of Jake Bates will kick it away with Isaiah Henney back deep to return this thing for the Houston Roughnecks. In college, he was first team All-SEC at Arkansas as a kickoff specialist. In the UFL, he's made a name for himself with back-to-back field goals at least 60 yards. Tom, it's a league of opportunity, and Bates is making the most of it.
He absolutely is. Let's see if he can get it out of the back of the end zone. I kind of come to expect nothing less.
While kicking from the 20, it is very challenging. The return is definitely back in spring football. Henny from the 15, going close sideline, bumps into his own player, and is out near midfield. Great field position for Reed Sennett out of San Diego.
One at a time, boys. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go. Cam, come on. Let's go. Cut it in. Come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, we're going to start with pistol. Pistol, Chris, Ryan, Chicago, and then we're going to go Gary, okay? Here we go. On Chicago, ready?
Roughnecks offensively come into this matchup last in the league in points per game and total yards.
Let Gary. Here we go. Fries up.
TJ Pleasure busted it up the seam for first down yardage. Eric Price, the former Alabama offensive coordinator, calling the plays for the Roughnecks.
Gun, wide bunch right, 352 Dragon at block.
We got gun, wide bunch right, 352 Dragon at block. On one, ready? Good.
We heard from C.J. Johnson coming into the game that with injuries to Kirk Merritt and Mark Thompson out for at least another week, the former Ute, T.J. Pleasure, is going to have to be huge. Right side on the string to Justin Hall. Also pointed out by Johnson as a guy they need to get going.
Yeah, they got to get him the ball. He's a big factor in the passing game. And so far, I think with the field position we've seen from Houston and the efficiency in the run game and the short passing game, I really like the plan of attack so far.
Weak, sticky. Hey, snug. We good? Five's the mic. Fried, it's hot.
Another carry for Pleasure. Patient running. And we'll set up a third and short.
It's third and short, but I think this is four-down territory here offensively. They've got to score some points. They got to get off to a fast start. I don't think the field goal is anything you go for here if you don't get this on third down.
Less than 29% on third down through 2 games. Sennett with the BB to the 30, and that's first down yardage to Kiki Chisholm, the Mizzou Tiger.
Nice little settle in there on the option route. Find the open void. I like the poise and the command of Reed Sennett in the huddle. I like his demeanor. Tone of his voice is fantastic. He's in charge.
Hell no. 180.
Saw something he didn't like, Pleasure, and that was an all-out run blitz there by the Michigan defense.
Here we go. Hey, we got fixed.
Second and 11.
We got fixed right Quizno. Sell it 12 post. Release screen left to F. On one, ready?
That was the young defensive coordinator of the Panthers, Colin Bauer, who has done a fine job through 2 games.
Here we go. 10 to the mic. Here we go. Ready?
Gonna have a screen set up here.
180.
Left side, Justin Hall. And the Ball State Cardinal, 3-time first-team All-MAC, picks up 6.
Harry, I see you standing there behind the defense. This rhythm of this Houston offense right now, I love the approach with the quick confidence throws for the quarterback.
Yeah, and it kind of knocks the defensive coordinator off of what he really wants to do when you don't have a beat on what the offense is actually doing. Justin Hall is someone they're definitely going to get that football to, whether it's quick screens, slants, just get the ball in his hands and let him use his run after catch ability.
Hey, just leave it at 10. No, finds the mic. Here we go.
Sennett, tough catch made by Emmanuel Butler. He stays up. Does he get in? No. Down inside. inside the 1, but you heard from Sinnott, made the catch and the PI. That's spring football and 1 right there.
2's a good spot. Replay likes the 2. I don't think the O-to-O's working.
Here we go.
That's Steve Blandino on the U.S. Army Command Center. Sinnott showing the legs. He's in. Houston wanted to spark, and they get the spark from Reed Sinnott.
Let's go, boys. 2. What we got? CJ.
Nice little keeper right here to TJ Pleasure off of the token fake. They're going to go for 2 here, Lowell, off the left hash. I can't say enough about how buttoned up and dialed in that drive was from Houston.
And with Jarrett Garantano out with the rib issue, make no mistake about it, Sinnott could win this job.
Naked right, F under Z cross on 1. Ready?
See the numbers overall on the conversions. This is work 2 because it's from the 5-yard line. Houston has not converted on a point after all season. Sinnott back the other way, wide open receiver back of the end zone. Butler, 2 huge plays on this drive. 8-0 Roughnecks. The over is looking good.
Come on, defense, let's go.
Reed Sinnott making the most of his moment. Doing it with the arm, but the legs getting into pay dirt. 8-0 Roughnecks striking first here in Detroit. The UFL is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. The right call to protect your home and car. Visit progressive.com. Got the iPads on the sideline real time. Get that video uploaded. And this is a look at the Michigan defense trying to figure out how do we slow down Reed Sinnott after he goes 4 for 4, 41 yards.
Well, this Houston offense gave him a little bit of everything. He had some inside run, some outside run. They really stretched the perimeter with the wide receiver quick screens. So you had this Michigan defense running sideline to sideline.
So C.J. Johnson wanted that quick start. He found it. This team looks entirely different with Reed Sinnott engineering it.
Well, he showed flashes of this last week. All narrowly brought him back.
So it looks like this is Gabriel Floyd deep from the 10. A linebacker, defensive player in college who has a tremendous story that we'll get into, takes that north of the 35. Here's Kayla.
Yeah, guys, I am here with quarterback Reed Sinnott, who just got into the end zone. And Reed, you're up 8-0 early. What did you like most about that drive?
We stuck to the openers. Coach drew them up all week and talked about them. We executed them well. I think everybody's on the same page, and good 3rd down conversions, and kept the drive moving. Manny almost got in the end zone. You know, he doesn't like me. He got tackled at the 1-yard line, but it worked out. It was a great drive.
How do you like the tempo right now for you?
It's good. I think it's what we game plan throughout the week, and I think we're going to mix it up a little bit. So right now it's working.
Thanks, Reed.
Yeah, thank you.
Guys.
E.J. Perry, a quarterback out of Brown. He goes to Wes Hills out of Slippery Rock, who had a dynamic week number 1, but was slowed by the Birmingham defense last week.
Here we go. Lex, Craig, Ripper, stick straight on 1. Right.
As a senior at Brown, Perry was the Ivy League Offensive Player of the Year. Extremely athletic, played hoops there as well. Here's Hills out of the backfield, and he's upended by Colby Richardson, the Bayou
Let's
Bengals.
go, give me 10. Rex, Plasty, Liz, go switch on the double. Rex, Plasty, Liz, go switch on the double.
Former CFL head coach Marcel Belfay calling plays.
Yeah, and he wants to take shots. He wants to run the ball and then push the ball downfield. You're going to see 2 vertical go routes. See if they can get a deep shot here.
Good protection for Perry. Throwing in rhythm, sideline complete. And that's going to be Trey Quinn, former Mr. Irrelevant in the NFL draft out of SMU.
This is that switch, double switch go. He goes down the sideline. It's just a perfectly thrown back shoulder ball to Quinn. And again, there's that shot to get it downfield, get this offense going, get off to a fast start like Coach Nolan talked about.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Carry for Hills, right side, stood up. And that is Gabe Sewell. That last name, a very popular one inside this stadium. His older brother today, one of the top offensive tackles in all of the NFL.
Here we go.
I think it's imperative for Michigan today offensively to be able to rush the football, take some pressure off the quarterback. They were able to do that week 1, not so much in week 2. Let's see how they finish off the day, guys.
Ready, ready.
Perry with the most sacks and interceptions in the UFL, but he's in rhythm here, and that's the big play threat, Marcus Sims. Sims had the 76-yard touchdown last week, the longest play in the UFL.
I really like what I'm seeing out of E.J. Perry because he's right now anticipating throws, not holding on to the ball. Got him in trouble a little bit last week with pass protection. Now he's just getting the ball to his hand.
Sims out of West Virginia landed awkwardly on his back on a late kick return last week. There was some question, would he be healthy for this game?
Ready, ready, start.
Perry will scramble. Good looking run, a late slide. There's contact on him, but no flag as Donald Rutledge met him.
Better to do this and then take a risk with the football downfield, throw it into coverage. He goes down. I kind of like the no call there. And when you have this guy kicking, you'll go ahead and settle for the kick.
Jake Bates lining up. He has kicked 62, 64, and 52. This from 46.
Is he allowed to kick this?
I don't think he is. There has to be the Bates rule, which only permits 50-plus yarders. Trying to stay perfect, and he does. I mean, come on. 46 yards, that's a can of corn, Tom Luganville.
Did you see where that thing went?
It was good from 70.
Whoa.
We'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations. 8-3 Houston lead.
Welcome back. I'm with quarterback E.J. Perry. Your head coach, Mike Nolan, talked about the offense starting fast today. Why were you guys so successful in that first drive?
Yeah, we just executed the plays called. We're doing great. Games passed, you know, there are little things here and there, and you know, that's how football works. You get better each week, and you know, that was a good first drive. We obviously want to score a touchdown, but we got plenty more drives, and our defense is going to play well, and that's how the game goes.
Thanks, E.J.
Yep.
Jake Bates gets the Panthers on the board. 8-3 Houston Roughnecks lead. Houston coming in 0-2. If they beat Michigan, you'll have 3 teams in the USFL Conference with 1 win. Gotta put more pressure on Birmingham. Here's Isaiah Henney inside the 10. Isaiah Henney has some room to run, spinning off the tackle to the 42-yard line. Coming up next, the Battlehawks and Brahmas square off at 3 Eastern here on ABC. You can also watch on ESPN+. The Dome should be rocking in San Antonio for that. When we talk about E.J. Perry, you know, had 2 interceptions week number 1 against St. Louis, but made enough plays late to set up Bates for that game winner.
Yeah. 6 right, 16, Georgia lock slug on 1, ready?
He's been up and down to some point. It's good to see him get off to a fast start on that last drive, and it's been really impressive to see Reed Sinnott here for Houston, starting off once again with great field position.
Pledger goes backwards in a hurry. And the TFL by Garrett Marino out of UAB. The wild man of this Michigan defense.
Does a nice job just splitting the gap, coming off the backside hip of the pulling guard. He just went with quickness.
There's a saying, Tom, slow feet don't eat.
That's it.
Marino also played north of the border in the CFL. Sinnott feeling pressure, nice movement. And as soon as it got to Cyril Grayson for his first catch, Bryce Tornado lays him out. That's how they roll in Lawrence, Kansas.
just a really nice job, number one, of waiting for the void in the zone. Wait for that player to come to you. So he's just sitting there waiting in his zone, keeping the ball in front of him, crossing route, steps in front, makes the tackle, makes the play. They'll take that all day. What you don't want to do is give up that big play over the top.
3rd and 12. False start on the left guard, Avery Genesee.
74. False start. Offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
So the game was down to the wire last week against DC, but you recall on the final 2 drives, they're down by 5. 4 penalties by Houston, 1 delay, 3 false starts.
And those are discipline penalties, right? And it kills you as a coach to see those types of things in that type of situation. And now you back yourself up into a 3rd and 15.
How safe will the Roughnecks play this? And another flag.
False start. Offense, number 65. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Harry, what does this do for an offense that started so hot?
Makes you feel deflated. And it's inexcusable because they're pre-snap penalties.
Yep.
And, you know, 2 of those penalties they got last week on the last drive resulted in a 10-second runoff, which is definitely not good when you're trying to go down and score a touchdown to win a game.
Playing it safe to TJ Pledger, and Pledger gets it up to the 39, so a punt is coming up. The punts here in the United Football League look a little different. The gunners have to be lined up inside the outside of the numbers and cannot get more than a yard downfield until the punt is off. No coffin corner punts either. Any punt out of bounds inside the 25 comes out to the 25. And Floyd is back, end over end punt. And the Gabriel Floyd scoops it up after a misplay. And it's going to be Michigan backed up here. United Football League season continues. Coming up on week number 4, Saturday, the Memphis Showboats taking on the St. Louis Battlehawks, 12:30 Eastern on ABC. We'll be in the Dome for that one. And on Fox, it's the Defenders and Stallions and Panthers against the Brahmas, both at 7 Eastern. Then Sunday on FS1, it's the Renegades and Roughnecks. And boy, big game Bob Stoops. They're doing it again. A slow start. They were able to pick it up last season with that trade for Luis Perez and end up winning the XFL. Uphill climb for them. Drive number 2 for E.J. Perry.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Ready, silence.
Matthew Colburn out of Wake Forest, the running back, and he picks up 3 yards on first down. And this is Chris Odom that is down and hurt. He was a USFL Defensive Player of the Year back in 2022. Missed week number 1, but was an absolute force for the Roughnecks last week against DC. Standout out of Arkansas State.
Well, Lowell, this has been the strength of their football team. Yeah. Defensively, this is a team, nobody's been able to run the football in Houston. They are stout in the defensive front 7. They have depth, but he's been a standout amongst a group of really talented defensive front players.
And that is Chris Wilson, an amazing defensive coordinator and defensive line coach. So he has done a tremendous job. They actually entirely rebuilt their starting 4 on the defensive line through the UFL dispersal draft. So they got better up front.
Here we go. We're going to be, don't break it, right hero, rip duo.
And Chris Wilson, second season with Houston.
Right hero.
Former defensive coordinator at Colorado and Mississippi State.
ESPN welcomes you to a special presentation of the United Football League on ABC.
Quick pass by Perry, and that sells high for Jordan Sewell, but we got a flag down.
It's a good call here, too. Try to throw the glance behind, off of the token fake in the backfield.
Pass interference, defense, number 2. Spot foul, automatic first down.
That's going to be on Jeremiah Johnson.
You're going to see him at the bottom of your screen right here, and you're going to get the slant route as I referenced. Watch the right hand of Jeremiah Johnson right there around the hip of Sewell. It's a good call. You start to see some jersey tearing away.
And it's a spot foul because it was under 15 yards. Right. Anything more than 15 yards is a 15-yard penalty unless it's deemed intentional by Dean Blandino and his crew. Then it becomes a spot foul again. And another flag, Mayhem on the line. As Colburn picks up 5.
Just give me a number.
Take it. Offside in the neutral zone at the snap, defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
No number necessary when it's virtually 10 out of the 11 players on that side of the ball. And credit Michigan with tremendous discipline there. That was a hard 2 count from E.J. Perry trying to get Houston to jump. It worked.
Stretch crab on one. Ready.
And you wonder the mentality of this Michigan offensive line after allowing 7 sacks last week against Birmingham. Although the Stallions do that against everybody. And there is a TFL. Looks like it's Ethan Westbrooks making the stop out of West Texas A&M.
Still in the 11?
Yes.
Here we go. Let's go this. Here we go. Let's go jet. Now screen alert. Here we go. Let's go this. Let's go bench 56. Bench 56. Bench 56.
Wide now. Ralph, Ricky facing slant on one. Ready.
One of the things that Houston's done defensively is they've really tapered things down in terms of verbiage, in terms of talking. They want their guys playing. They don't want them thinking.
Ready, shot.
Empty for Perry. Feels the pressure so nicely. This spin move trying to get to the sticks, but cannot outrun Javon Hicks. The Cincinnati Bearcat tracking him down.
Perry looked like he was going to go down. He wanted to throw that underneath slant route to the slot. Wasn't there. It was a wise choice to pull it down. Makes a little nifty move right there. Extends the play. See, that's the difference between having 3rd and 9 and 3rd and 1 is a heady play by the quarterback right there. It gives that playbook much more of a wide open opportunity for the coaches here.
What about that for all the video game lovers? Hitting the B button with the spin move? Okay, E.J. Perry, we see you.
Just pounding that button. 3rd and 1. Wes Hill's back in.
Ready.
2 tight ends, top of the screen. Hills. Oh, he's a big and physical. He's got the first down. Needed 1, got 1. Wes Hills, this is a very special building for him. He's got 1 game in his NFL career and came here with the Detroit Lions when he scored 2 touchdowns. And here's the true line official measurement. We get that with 4K cameras all throughout Ford Field. And just got enough.
Ready, shot.
Good blitz pickup by Hills, and it sets up Devin Gray. And Devin Gray comes up with his 3rd catch of the season, his longest at 26.
Really good play action out of the backfield right here. And you're going to see on the turnaround in the corner right there, Devin Gray just gets the defender, turned to the inside, breaks back to the outside. Really good execution, timing.
You're the one.
Talking personnel right now.
Liz, Lucky Indy on one. Ready.
It's a great job by Devin Gray, threatening to go across the field.
Yep.
Speed, burst, hit the brakes, break right.
Got out of that break too. Yeah, got out of that break too, Harry, without any collision.
Perry 4 for 4, 54 yards. He looks comfortable, almost had the catch of the year in the UFL. Hicatini could not bring it down. But Harry, he almost did.
Look at him go up right here. See, I think that's a throw that you've got to make if you're E.J. Perry. You have to make that throw in professional football.
First incomplete pass of the day for either team. That brings us to the end of the first quarter. Houston got it started with Reed Sinnott finding the end zone. A Jake Bates field goal for Michigan, and it's 8-3.
Welcome back to Ford Field here. I am joined by Staff Sergeant Quentin Howard, who, by the way, is his first time here getting to see the Panthers. What is this experience like for you?
This is a great experience. I'm loving the environment. I'm loving the audience. It's loud. It's great. It's good to be here.
Well, thank you for your service. You have been serving for 6 years. You're from Detroit, but you said this is a little bit different being interviewed versus what you're used to doing.
Yeah, definitely. So my name is Staff Sergeant Quentin Howard. I've been Michigan Army National Guard for about 6 years from Detroit. I pretty much just grew up, wanting to be in the Army. So it's great to be here doing this interview to talk about it.
What excites you most about being in the Army? Why did you decide to do that?
So I felt called to serve in the Michigan Army National Guard because, as I said, I'm from Detroit. I'm passionate about serving others. So, and I also wanted to put myself and my family in a better position. So it was no better way than to join the Michigan Army National Guard than to do that. Since I live here, I work here, and I serve here.
We're excited that you're here. We are thankful that you are a part of our community and serving. Thank you for doing what you are doing. And go Detroit for you, because I know you have that draft coming up very soon.
Absolutely. Go Detroit.
Guys, back to you.
Kayla, thank you so much. It was 5 yards there by Matthew Colburn, setting up a 3rd and 5. And I want to thank all the men and women of the U.S. Armed Forces, specifically our partnership with the U.S. Army and the United Football League. 3rd and 5 for E.J. Perry. Tommy's looked better.
Yes. Much more efficient. Looks more poised as well.
4-man rush. Perry, it's high. And this is very close to the first down marker as Trey Quinn brings it down. This has to be 4-down territory, even if it is short.
So quickly he gets rid of the football. He knows where he wants to go. Boom, ball's out. He's got to get the ball down a little bit. He's had 6, that's 7 dropbacks and only 1 pressure here today.
See, the true line spot's going to be short. Perry goes quickly to the line, and there's the push from Colburn to get him across. First down for the Panthers. The move made famous in Philly. Actually, probably with the USC Trojans.
Yeah, right.
There's no one more happier than Trey Quinn. 3rd and 5, you got to make sure you get your depth on your route. He did it, and his quarterback saved him on the 4th down play.
I'm under.
Got to love that redemption, Harry.
Yes, sir.
Ready.
Hills lowering the shoulder pads to the 20. And a gain of 3.
I'm impressed by Michigan's approach here to run the football. As mentioned, nobody's been able to run it against this defensive front for the Houston Roughnecks, and Michigan is continuing to stick with the run game, trust that offensive line, and then they've been able to, because there's been some success on the ground, been able to throw the football without a lot of pressure on E.J. Perry.
Why stay dash right?
I think it's important, too, Tom, to stick with it. Even if you only get 1 or 2 yards, help your quarterback out throughout the game.
No doubt.
Ready.
Very deep rollout to the right, thrown across the field, and that is complete for the first down. And Marcus Sims does it again. He's becoming the go-to receiver for Perry.
So they flooded the right side of the field here. You've got a deeper out, a flat, and then you've got the late crosser, the orbit route. That took some time to develop, and good patience there from E.J. Perry.
Country roads take me home. Marcus Sims, former West Virginia Mountaineer. In the red zone. Hills right side, and Hills just shy of the 10. Tom, let's also not ignore this. E.J. Perry probably heard it from Mike Nolan that they may play Danny Etling in this game. Is that pressure a good thing?
Well, so far it looks to be a good thing, because if you're looking over your shoulder a little bit because you haven't been playing to your ability.
Rex, Trigg, Lizzie, crosser, corner, our option on one. Ready?
The only way to stay on the field is to perform. The only way Danny Etling's not coming into this game is if E.J. Perry continues to perform well.
13th play of this churning drive by the Panthers. Almost picked off by Sewell. And that nearly derailed everything.
Jay Perry got a little bit greedy here, tried to sneak one in. It's a good defensive effort. If he could have just waited just a split second, he might have ended up having Mariner come right around and hit him over the middle of the field, right over the hash mark.
This has been problematic, too. Red zone turnovers through 2 weeks for Perry in this offense. Perry will scramble. He's got room. Tough guy touchdown for the Ivy League man. People forget he went to the combine and ran a 4.65, Tom.
Yeah, it does a really nice job here. Doesn't like what he sees. You got condensed real estate because of the red area. That front door opens. Go ahead and take it. We talked about that when we came on air.
Let's go.
Continue with a nice block there near the goal line as tight end.
Come on. Lizzie, underchange drive on one. Ready?
America, I tried to tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Take the over. 2-point conversion from the 5-yard line.
Ready, time.
Michigan has been perfect on these conversions. That probably got there too quick.
Offside. It was like 9 yards offside.
You gotta love the microphones and the humility.
Defense number 95. The penalty will place the ball at the 2-yard line. Retry.
Yeah, it's scary, I would imagine, to see Westbrook's coming at you. With his head start, impossible.
Well, and look at the splits between the guard and the tackle.
Yeah, Ethan. It's a penalty. He jumped like 9 yards offsides.
So here's how it works. Even though the ball has now been moved up to the 2-yard line, since they were initially going for the 2-point conversion, this will still count as 2 points.
Ready, time.
Heavy look, Hills. Muscling, did he get enough? No. That is a man's tackle there by Gabriel Sewell.
Low man wins, Lowell. Got some pop in the pads out here. Look at number 55, Sewell, right there. That's 2 big men.
And we'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Simply Spiked, the official spiked beverage of the UFL. Try new Simply Spiked Limeade today. Celebrate responsibly. Simply Spiked Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Noah Galindo here with Tom Luganville. Harry Douglas, Caleb Burton joining us on the sideline. Is that a Waterboy jersey?
Yes, it is. It's Bobby
Boucher in the house? Let's go. Yeah, this city loves sports. It's a loud crowd. They have embraced these Michigan Panthers. And it's a team they're close.
Yeah, they are close.
They're very close to being able to challenge a team like the Stallions atop the USFL Conference. Bates to kick it away to Henney. Look at that booming leg inside the 10. That's going to get the attention of the NFL as well. Henney tripped up at the 35-yard line. Let's go all access with Reed City.
How unathletic was the dive? Like a 5 out of 10?
It was average athletic ability.
It was just so open, and I was like, I'm going to dive so this guy doesn't, like, cheap shot me. Hey, don't put that on the highlight tape. Keep that one off.
Well, sorry about that. It was on the highlight tape.
Too late.
How important is that, being comfortable with your guys?
Oh, unbelievable, man. It was a great rapport. You can tell he's got with his teammates.
Sinnott pressured, has to get away. He does. There's a flag down at the 46-yard line after that went incomplete.
Holding defense number 36.
Holding defense number 36. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
And that's going to go against former Virginia Tech Hokie Adonis Alexander.
That's two big guys now. Adonis is 6'3", 190-pound corner. Holding on to 6'3", 221-pound Emmanuel Butler.
Sinnott has been so close.
Gun double left close. Quizno, H motor. Release screen left to Z. F quick on one. Ready to go. Just go. Just go.
He's been on active rosters with the Dolphins in 2020 and 21. Active roster with the Bengals last season, but is yet to play in an NFL game. Sinnott had to read that screen and feel the pressure as that was almost jumped before getting it to Grayson. Here's Kayla.
Yeah, well, he did play in that NFL preseason game with the Miami Dolphins. Guys, he threw for 340-plus yards that game. He said it was one of my favorite starts because he was just playing free. He says, look, it's been hard not being the guy, having to wait on the sidelines, but one thing about me, I may not have a lot of experience, but I am confident in my abilities. I have great football IQ, and I believe I have to carry that on over when I'm making my starts. You're seeing it here, and guys, he has been communicative all throughout the game, even on the sidelines.
TJ Pledger with the carry, going to be close to the first down. Think about this, though, in this day and age, especially at the quarterback position. 4 years at the same high school, was only a starter as a senior. 4 years at San Diego, was only a starter as a senior. He did not pack it up and leave when he did not get his shot.
Well, you couldn't then, right? True. You're stuck. If he was going to transfer from San Diego, he would have had to have gone down a level. And he just waited it out. And you know what? Every time he's done that, he seems to find his way to the field eventually.
Here's the Delaware Blue Hen, Nolan Henderson, now checking in at quarterback. Two FCS quarterbacks doing their thing. And getting TJ Pledger, they're involved for 3 yards.
Well, and Nolan Henderson does bring a bit of that run game element from the quarterback position. Michigan's going to have to respect his feet, handing it off just there. But they want to use his athleticism. Coach Johnson really likes him as a runner.
Also was a dynamic passer at Delaware. 56 passing touchdowns for the Blue Hens. Only Matt Nagy with more. Tyon Evans out of Louisville, now the running back. Henderson with his first completion, and it goes to Justin Hall. What do you think of this wrinkle here, Harry?
I like it. A little change up on this drive, and what we're seeing from this offense is something that we're probably familiar with from the New Orleans Saints. And when C.J. Johnson was the wide receiver coach there, conviction, get in and out of the huddle, multiple personnel groupings, screen game. You're going to utilize everyone on the football field, running backs, tight ends, wide receivers, get the quarterback in a rhythm. I love what I'm seeing so far early on.
So Nolan Henderson's Taysom Hill.
Basically.
Evans. He's going to be short on third down. Nothing going.
Hey, Chicago! Coach, Chicago! 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 Hey, Chicago! Chicago!
And the fourth down, I love him taking charge here. He went right to CJ on the sideline. Chicago, Chicago, this is a call, Coach. Coach said, do it.
Nearly a full yard shy, and it looked like Michigan jumped. Free play and caught. Hauled in by Stephen Dunbar. His first catch of the season, if it stands.
Offside in the neutral zone at the snap. Defense number 55. The penalties decline. The result of the play is a first down.
So Garrett Marino jumped, and it set up Stephen Dunbar.
Yeah, really good count right there from Reed Sinnott. He comes back. He knows he's got a freebie. Let's just give him a shot. He takes a shot. Well done by Dunbar on the outside to go over the shoulder of the defender right there. That's Levante Taylor.
Mika Tafua from Utah delivering that shot to Sennett's backside.
Here we go. Spin. Right here. Oh. You good? Here we go. Friday.
Houston looking to get the lead back. Sennett standing tall into double coverage. No. Nearly an enormous interception by Levante Taylor. Sennett wants PI.
They tried to pump this on a hitch and go, and they had the hitch initially. Levante Taylor just has to come down with the football. He's positioned himself well. He jams right there.
Indy F corner, X rapper, halfback choice on one, right?
Got to make that play.
Back in 2016, Taylor, you had him ranked as the #5 overall player in the ESPN 300.
Great player for Florida State.
Injury slowed him down junior and senior year. Sennett picked off. Kai Nakua. Give me that. The Nakua family knows one thing. Dominating in the game of football. Especially in this building. It was in this building in the NFC wildcard game that his brother Puka went off for 181 yards. Now Big Bro Kai Nakua making the defensive play of the game for the Michigan Panthers.
One of the unique things about the UFL is you take a look right here. This is Kendrick Whitehead for Michigan on defense. Now, the rules state that in this league, as a coach's challenge, you can challenge anything. If you think there was a penalty that wasn't called, which right there looks to me like either defensive holding or defensive pass interference, Curtis Johnson at Houston could have challenged that call. Now, Dean Blandino back into our command center. I want to get your insights on this. Is that something that he could have challenged there, and would it have been overturned?
Absolutely, he could have challenged. It's a big play, turnover, possible grab. And so we're looking at, what's interesting is we're looking at the interception. Did he catch it? But not only that, is there anything that could be a defensive foul? And on that, when you watch that action, he does grab the receiver, pull himself into the play. We would have made that a foul had they challenged.
They got one eye.
Okay.
And that's Dean Blandino in the U.S. Army Command Center. E.J. Perry now trying to take advantage of it, show him the wheels. It's actually Danny Etling now checking in at quarterback. But Harry, in the moment, you're on the sideline. How tough is that to see for a coaching staff?
Well, it's a big blow because you're about to go score a touchdown or at worst get 3 points and you're not able to get it. But like that's the beauty of this league. You have the opportunity to go challenge if you see something you don't like.
What do you think this move at quarterback is about here, Tom?
They said they were going to play him, and I think they want to get him some reps. They feel like he's earned the right. It's not that E.J. Perry has played poorly, but they think Danny Etling brings something as well.
Danny Etling, also a super athletic quarterback. The 2018 preseason with the Patriots had an 86-yard touchdown run. The Pats briefly moved him to receiver as well.
Yeah, so two athletic quarterbacks here, former Purdue Boilermaker and LSU Tiger. Probably the stronger arm between the two quarterbacks in Etling and Perry.
In one game active in the NFL with the Falcons in 2019. No stats in that one game. Here's a 3rd and 3.
Sims one-on-one on the outside.
Sims downfield. Etling, though, the pressure got there too quickly, had to dump it to Hills. Ethan Westbrooks is just harassing quarterbacks all season long.
Whether he's offsides or not, you're going to see him on the left side of your screen right there. He is really disruptive. Great with the hands right there. He's able to turn the corner and get some bend. That's against the actual reserve right tackle right there, and Jarrett Horst filling in for Ryan Pope, the normal left tackle for Michigan. So got to get some help for that left tackle in your pass protection if you're Michigan.
Here comes the punt. Justin Hall back at the 25. Hall, what a move to start the return, but it doesn't last long. That was Wes Hills, I believe, laying him out. What a play on special teams. Oh, coming up next, The Battlehawks and Brahmas scoring off at 3 Eastern here on ABC. You can also watch on ESPN+. San Antonio, one of the surprise teams, 2-0 to start the year. The miraculous comeback against Memphis. St. Louis, though, to me, they're up there with Birmingham in terms of having the most complete roster in the league.
Yeah, they're very, very effective, efficient, and their execution has been amongst the best in the league so far.
Send it back in at quarterback. Pledger to his left. Grayson in motion. Grayson taking it for a good chunk on first down. He was an All-American at LSU. But if you're listening to that and say, I don't remember Cyril Grayson as an All-American, it's because it was in track and field.
That's right.
Did not play football for the Tigers.
He can clearly run, as we saw him turn the corner right there.
Wide heel, 13 weak, wide insert, slap, on one, ready? You're locked. Tens of Mike, ready? Go ahead.
Braden Bowman in motion. He was the intended receiver on that interception on the last drive, and there is Pledger just slipping his way forward for the first down. Kayla.
Coach, we've been seeing the usage of both quarterbacks. What are you liking from seeing both of them?
Oh, I love both of them, how they playing. Man, Reed's doing an outstanding job getting us in the right play. And I like how Nolan's moving his feet.
What do you want to see on this play?
I want to see a touchdown every time.
Noted.
Why don't they call that play more, Tom?
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Here we go, five's the mic, five's the mic. Here we go, ready?
3:25 left to go here in the first half. Send it in rhythm, complete to Justin Hall. The explosive plays back for this Roughnecks offense. That's 14.
Watch how quickly Sinnott gets rid of this football. Bam! Ball's out, on target. Now you're moving the chains. You got some rhythm. You're feeling pretty good. I just love his demeanor and his body language in terms of how he talks to his teammates, how he carries himself. He's clearly in command of the offense. Checks at the line of scrimmage. He knows where he's going with the football.
And doing this without his two best running backs, Mark Thompson and Kirk Merritt. Pledger is doing a really nice job, though, picking up the slack. That's a short run on first down.
We're Trent Flat, Chicago. Trent Flat, Chicago. Trent Flat, Chicago. Trent Flat, Chicago. We're subbing, guys. We're subbing. Ready. 180. White and hot, hot. Here we go. Hey, Wake week 5. Wake week 5. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. 0 right here. Friday, son.
Former Sooner and Ute Pledger with the carry. Harry, how important is the quarterback's demeanor in the huddle?
Oh, it's everything. You don't want to be in there timid because the offensive line, the receivers, the tight ends, the running backs, everyone can sense that. But what I love about Reed Sinnott, your backup quarterback doesn't always gets the reps in practice. So when he came into the ball game last week versus DC, he was ready. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, guys.
Houston still down by 1, but driving. We've hit the 2-minute warning. We'll be right back from Detroit after this.
2 minutes. You could have waited for the 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Why you didn't wait?
You just wanted me to wait?
We talked about that last game.
I was trying to see if I could draw him off.
I know, but then we had the 2-minute warning. You didn't have to snap it.
Okay. I got you.
It's third down. I thought he was waiting for the 2 minute what we talked about.
Coach Curtis Johnson, a little displeased with his quarterback there, but it's really a teaching moment of understanding situational awareness and the clock and how to utilize it, your timeouts, and the 2-minute warning. Coach is right.
Yesterday, Arlington kicked a field goal before the 2-minute warning when they could have let the 2-minute warning hit first, and it ultimately came back to bite them with that DC comeback win.
You're right.
3rd and 9. Four-man rush. Sinnott has Pledger, and Pledger has the first down. Move those chains. Clutch conversion by Sinnott.
Near car,
A little tempo here, but Reed Sinnott does a really nice job of just hanging in there.
Delay. Right here.
It was a really accurate football to Pledger out of the backfield. No underneath coverage, pitch and catch, and away you go.
Pledger having a great game. This area was problematic last drive. Look at the moves. Grayson hit from behind. He's got it to the 10-yard line. Not the biggest dude, but he is balling 16 yards.
A track star that hasn't played much football, but when he gets into space, he's a problem. He's a handful for defense because he can make you miss and he can win foot races.
Yeah, Michigan with man coverage there. Grayson did a great job winning his one-on-one matchup, but you better tackle him because he is a speedster.
Got his first touchdown in the NFL from Tom Brady. Does he have his first in the UFL here from Reed Sinnott? Pressure coming to Sinnott, and it gets home. The sack. Rondell Carter, the James Madison Duke.
'97 coming off the edge. From a stand-up position, the big fella bending around the corner, matched up against Brandon Haskin, who's originally listed as a guard. They moved him out to tackle last week and then start him at tackle this week, struggling to hold up against the big fella.
It's Panther. Yeah, it's Panther.
You were out left the corner.
It's Panther. You want to do this now? You good with it?
I got there before I could get back.
It's Panther. Let's go. It's Panther. Let's go.
Hey, offensive line. We're going the fake 17 naked right. We're going fake 17 naked right Panther. We ready to get out.
So Nolan Henderson now in at quarterback with Reed Sinnott.
Fake 17 naked right Panther on one. Ready.
What is OC Eric Price cooking up here? That's Henderson in the slot on the right side. Henderson in motion. It goes to him and he's going to throw. Rolling the other way. Henderson to Pledger. Oh, the setup was dramatic.
I don't like it, guys. There's no reason to get down here and be cute.
I tend to agree with you, Harry. The design is nice. You could have run the exact same play with Reed Sinnott from the quarterback spot. Just a cute wrinkle is all that was.
Double cross on one. Ready. You're on this side running the rail. I might throw it to you quick. If I doesn't chase you, I'm throwing it to you right now. Here we go. Ready.
Just talking to the back. You're going to see the rail route come to the bottom of your screen from the running back out of the backfield.
Going back to the top of the formation over the middle, but on 3rd and goal, need it more than that. As that was Emmanuel Butler picking up 6. So 4th down, under a minute left, and the field goal unit will come on.
Hey, I think, hey, you're a tad bit wider now. Get a tad bit wider, and you may score. Hey, protect now. Protect.
So some coaching there, getting a little wider. What's he bringing up specifically?
He's talking about the split in terms of where he came off the line of scrimmage, and Harry will know this, the timing of routes and the rhythm of it all has to do with spacing.
So we'll set up J.J. Molson, who's one of the biggest surprises, according to C.J. Johnson, on this Houston team. This is for 25 yards. If it weren't for Jake Bates, Johnson says that Molson would be the kicker in the UFL, get the NFL love. From 25 and for the lead. And Molson nails it. So the Roughnecks avoid that red zone turnover like they had on their last drive. Take a 2-point lead with 50 seconds left. Tonight we have Sunday Night Baseball. It's a series finale between the Padres and the Dodgers, always seeded always fun. 7 Eastern on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio. Coverage beginning at 6 Eastern with baseball tonight, Sunday night countdown. All right, this is a perfect setup for Jake Bates. We saw a nearly identical situation a week ago. A long return by Marcus Sims set up the 62-yard field goal for Jake Bates.
Yeah, just get it to the 50-yard line is basically what he tells the rest of his teammates.
And there's Bates warming up. This is a story that needs to be pointed out, though. To Gabriel Floyd, he was an ESPN 300 linebacker out of California. Showed up at the University of Texas, diagnosed with spinal stenosis. So before even playing for the Longhorns, had to medically retire. He said it was the most difficult moment of his life. He really disappeared from the college football landscape until showing up at East Los Angeles College, where he played in all 3 phases of the game and became an outstanding returner. It's great to see him healthy and great to see him back as that return is to the 25.
They really had to kind of reinvent his career once he was medically cleared, a high-profile prospect coming out of high school. And as you referenced, played on all 3 sides of the ball, went to Alabama A&M. Was a one-time defensive player, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that was his thing. He was a linebacker.
Linebacker, yeah.
That shows you how athletic you can be. You don't see a lot of linebackers have a second life in football as a returner.
Yeah.
43 seconds, Tom. How do they set up Jake Bates?
Well, number one, they've got plenty of time. They've got 2 timeouts. Let's see if they can get the ball to the sideline, not have to work on those timeouts, and leave them for the field goal unit when it comes time.
Quick out, incomplete, and out of bounds. Following the script is Matthew Colbert.
Well done. Well done. Use the sideline as your clock favorite. Hold the timeouts if you can.
And Tom, usually it's that first play that's the most important on a 2-minute drive. And for Houston, they weren't good last week before halftime. They gave up a touchdown.
Right.
Ready, shot.
Michigan with 2 timeouts. Perry back to Colburn. Colburn showing the burst and getting out of bounds. Now, remember what happened in week 1, the comeback win against St. Louis. They got the ball late. And Mike Nolan told E.J. Perry, we just need to get it to the 45. And E.J. Perry said, you mean the 35, right? Nope, the 45.
Done a wonderful job of managing this clock, utilizing the sidelines.
Ready, shot.
Very good patience. Back over the middle of the field, trying to find the sideline. But now able to is Trey Quinn.
All right.
Sail.
Trey
Not
Quinn
calling a timeout.
Wishes he had that one again.
Not too much he can do, though, at that position on the field. That's more like it there. Quinn, out of bounds, first down.
Now they're in business, Lowell. 15 seconds ago, you got both timeouts.
And under 2 UFL rules, very much like college football.
Yep.
Plays out of bounds, incomplete passes, clock will stop.
And you really have no issue here, Lowell, throwing the football over the middle of the field.
Empty, Ricky, Hank, Hook on one, ready.
How much more can they get before they unleash the right leg of Jake Bates?
Ready, shot.
Perry in rhythm. Beautiful execution to Quinn, and they are in Jake Bates' range just like that.
Well, this has got to give E.J. Perry just a tremendous amount of confidence going into the locker room at halftime. He has masterfully orchestrated this drive without having to call a timeout, still with 10 seconds left to go on the clock.
Harry, what's a receiver's mentality in these late moments?
Understand the situation. You have to get out of bounds, but you do have 2 timeouts. So everything isn't so it's urgent if you didn't have any.
Perry, another quick one to Sims, and Sims is going to be tackled inbounds. That will have to be a timeout, and Coach Nolan does take one. 2 weeks ago, Jake Bates lined up from 64 yards out and absolutely nailed it. That made him not just a spring football sensation, professional football sensation, and followed it up with 62 1 week ago. The man has caught the attention of the NFL. He's got a 46-yarder earlier in this game. This will be from 55. Let's give his holder some credit, too. Brock Miller. Haven't said his name enough. He's got to be doing something right, Tom.
Well, the laces are out.
55 yards. Does Jake Bates have another ball? Oh, they're trying to ice him. Now remember, this is why you love the kid. Anthony Beck tried to do the same thing in week 1 from 64, and he nailed that one too.
It's like he doesn't know he doesn't know, because he's so rarely been in this position, you know, throughout his collegiate career. He's a kickoff specialist. You know, this wasn't his role. I don't think he thinks about making it or missing it. I just think he goes out there and thinks, well, how far can I kick it?
And he's got the leg. The accuracy was the question mark coming out of college, just because he did not have the opportunity. Was an amazing soccer player at Central Arkansas before handling kickoffs at Texas State and then Arkansas. For real this time. Move over, Barry. There's a new football icon in Detroit, and his name is Jake Bates.
My goodness. 46, 55, 62, 64.
Come on now.
Come on,
with
man.
No misses at all mixed in there.
And he's had to kick 2 of those twice.
Here's Harry with Jake Bates.
Jake, you did it again. 55-yard field goal. How you feeling, bud?
Good, just doing my job. That's what I'm here to do, so hopefully I can keep doing it.
Coaches keep trying to ice you, but there's a song that goes, Ice, Ice, Baby. How do you feel about that one?
No, I mean, I think you have to prepare, and the thing about being a kicker is hitting the same ball every time, so get out there and try to do that, and if I can do that, then I'll be all right, and, you know, that's what I work so hard to do.
Thanks, Jake. Kayla, over to you.
Yeah, here with Reed Sinnott. Reed, a couple of trips to the red zone, punching it in one time. What adjustments do you need to make this second half?
Yeah, I think we got to be better on first down, and when we're moving forward, we're playing good football, and hopefully we can knock it into the red zone, you know, once we get down there. And it's hard in this league to score the touchdown, so hopefully we can knock it in.
I'm watching you just communicate with your teammates on the sidelines. How are you able to keep the guys in it and continue to move forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the biggest parts of this game is how you can make adjustments on the sideline, how we can keep getting to the right plays, and so I'm trying to make sure everybody's on the same page, and I think we are so far. We could score some more points, but I think we're in a good spot.
All right, we'll see it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Whatever street cred Harry had, he lost all of it with the Ice Ice Baby reference. But how about it? Houston got football first. Reed Sinnott got the Roughnecks on the board. And it's 12-11 Michigan. I'm telling you, the over is looking great, Tommy. Detroit, where the Michigan Panthers are up top on the Houston Roughnecks, 12-11. Caleb Burton standing by with the head coach of the Roughnecks, C.J. Johnson.
Offensively, you're utilizing both quarterbacks. How would you evaluate each of them?
Oh, they playing B-plus ball. Both of those guys doing really well. You know, a couple things we got to work on, but, man, I think they're playing out of sight.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Noah Galindo here with Tom Luginbill. This matchup is so big for the USFL Conference because Birmingham looks unbeatable. So, yeah, the situation where Michigan needs to take down Houston in this game to stay one game behind the Stallions. Top 2 teams from each conference make the playoffs. Another enormous game is coming up after us on ABC. San Antonio, St. Louis, that's close to as good as it can get.
Well, listen, the football is getting more and more competitive. All 4 games a week ago came down to the last series of the game to determine the outcome, and that's what you want to see. And when you consolidated the leagues, and here we are in the UFL, you've got a bigger talent pool, you got better depth in both of these teams that we're seeing here today, as well as San Antonio and St. Louis. these are good football teams, and you just mentioned Birmingham. Boy, they are hot right now.
Well, and when it comes to the Brahmas, I mean, these guys are never out of a game. They were getting destroyed by Memphis last week, found that spark, and then got the 4th and 12 conversion. Ball game, they win. In terms of our game right here, let's get into it with a look at today's game flow, brought to you by Progressive.
Well, I think it's been about efficiency for the Michigan offense, getting off to a better start than they did each of the last 2 weeks. The quarterback's 12 of 14, so he's been really careful with the football. He's made some plays with his legs as well. So a much better output offensively, as well as protecting the ball, not hurting yourselves. That's where I see the biggest improvement between week 1 and 2 and now week 3 with Michigan.
E.J. Perry in control. You mentioned he's 12 of 14. Reed Sinnett's 12 of 14 as well. So both quarterbacks very good. The only blemish downside inside the 30, Reed Sinnett had that interception to Kai Nakua. That also takes us to the first half stats, brought to you by Progressive. Now, I'm seeing a lot of even numbers here. Really, the only difference is that turnover.
Yeah, and, you know, it's interesting to see if we're going to see something happen. A special team play that results in points, or an explosive play by one of these offenses that results in points. That's the thing to me, is we see very equally balanced football right here. Somebody's got to come up and make that defining, separating play.
All right, Tom, you've had a good start when it comes to ESPN bet and putting our fake money on the game.
Yeah.
But I'm here to tell you it's changing today.
It's today?
You, Kayla, Harry, all taking the under. What's the fun in that?
Okay, well, it's not fun. I take no pleasure in doing it.
Then don't do it.
But I have learned over the last several years of broadcasting spring football that it takes a while for the offensive lines to get going. With the tiered scoring system for the point after touchdown, not a lot of people have had a lot of success consistently converting those. So I've kind of leaned towards the under, at least in the early going of the season.
I'm going with the over still, and I'm making my money back. My fake money is coming back in the fake bank account. So these are the updated odds. The spread is now Michigan favored by 3.5. See the money line difference, and the total is now at 42.5. So those are the live lines you can see on ESPN Bet.
Now, you don't get to change now.
No,
you wouldn't dare do that.
You tried to do that week 1. You are on record.
Well, I was on record. I was told what the under was the night before the game, and then it changed, and nobody told me before the game. Yet, here I am at 2-0.
That's the way these things work, Tom. A fantastic first half. This crowd here in Detroit is into it. We've got a new hero in town in Jake Bates. And it's just a really fun, entertaining brand of football unfolding here. And the return from Floyd. And Floyd hit with a huge thud by Marvin Moody out of Tulane. But the return is back in spring football. E.J. Perry, you see the numbers, 12 of 14, 105. Maybe more than anything, Tom, the confidence is there.
Well, the confidence, and another thing, too, he's not getting hit. You know, a week ago versus Birmingham, they allowed 7 sacks. He had 3 balls batted down, 12 quarterback pressures. He's been much cleaner today, which means he's gotten the ball out of his hand. There aren't people in his face. He's making more and more plays, and as you referenced, makes him more and more comfortable.
Trey Quinn, his leading receiver, with 5 catches for 48 yards. Matthew Colburn will start the second half in the backfield. Sewell with the pressure from inside. Perry gets away with him. Low throw, Sims is up. He's scooting sideline. He's already got 1 from 76. Give him another. Goodbye, Marcus Sims. 66-yard touchdown with a Mountaineer.
This is just a late check down to the hitch route to the right side after E.J. Perry's flushed. He hits him, and I knew there was a problem here. Because if you don't make that tackle right there on the perimeter, if you're number 2, Jeremiah Johnson, he is off to the races. And then just came down sheer athleticism in the open field. That's 2 weeks in a row now. We've seen a big, explosive play. As I referenced where we came back on air, what big play is going to happen to which team to separate him?
He's still not 100% as well.
Well, his non-100% pretty good.
We'll take that. 2-point conversion now from the 5-yard line. Perry trying to stay hot. showing the wheels, the athleticism, and that's how they do it in the Ivy League. 2-point conversion good to Siyosi Mariner out of Utah State, who was signed and activated this week.
Mariner did a really nice job there of working back to the quarterback. He initially had an in-cutting route, saw E.J. Perry flush, and then worked back to the sideline and downhill. Gotta love it.
Here's Harry. Marcus, third week in a row, explosive plays. How do you keep doing it, man?
Just trusting in my quarterback, man. He has faith in me. He gave me the ball, and I just make something happen.
When you seen the DB one-on-one with you, what was going through your mind in that moment?
Gotta make a miss. Gotta make a miss and go score, man.
Meet.
Gone.
Gone and got hurt. Back to y'all.
Meet. That is a playmaker. Came into this week as the third leading receiver in terms of yards with 134 in the UFL, and he's now established himself as the best big play threat at receiver.
How about his average yards per reception? That number just keeps going up weekly. And I'll say this, I mentioned Jeremiah Johnson, the corner on that play. It is so difficult to tackle in today's game. They spread you so thin. There's a lot of real estate out there. You're one-on-one. Likely the offensive guy is the better of the two athletes, and you've got to make an open field tackle. It is just so difficult to do.
You hit on it during the half, but the brand of football is exceedingly improved now in week number 3. These teams are getting better.
Well, man, just the Michigan offensive line from week 1, week 2 to now, it looks like an entirely different unit.
Look at the ball from Bates here. That's from the 20 to the 5. Isaiah Henney has his seam to the 40. Henney is looking for the response to the 30, the 20, and Jake Bates gets over out of bounds. But I told you the return is back 75 yards for Isaiah Henney.
Well, we talked about who's going to make that play. Who's going to make that big explosive play that flips field position and results in points. We saw the points for Michigan to receiver Marcus Sims. Here's Henney on a kick return. What I love about this is there's no hesitation. He hit the crease and he was out the gate. Now you've got tremendous field position for your offense to get off on the right foot here as they start the red zone.
5'7". He told his professor at Sacramento State he played football. His professor laughed at him. Who's laughing now? Reed Sinnott. Amazing field position. Instantly into the red zone. The completion to Emmanuel Butler.
Now, if you
listen, saying incomplete.
If you listen quickly there, he's yelling it. You hear me? He goes, Manny. As he's running the route, he knew he wanted to go to him. It was like he was talking himself through to the throw.
And a flag down.
False start, number 74.
False start, offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty, second down.
That is on Avery Genesee. Started the season at left tackle, moved inside the left guard. Cam Carter has moved out to left tackle and has been one of the top left tackles in the UFL.
Don't want to lose your momentum here, Lowell. You get the big return off the kickoff return, and then you have a drop pass and a penalty on your first 2 plays.
Ledger, nothing going.
Throw it. Throw something to Kiki. Okay, fade or something if you got it. No, go ahead.
11. 10 fix right, Z short, 52 H cash, F typhoon. Fix right, Z short.
Here we go, gun fix right, Z close, 22 paint. Sorry, 52 H cash typhoon, on one, ready?
We heard C.J. Johnson say, throw something to Kiki. Kiki Chisholm, 6'4", at the top of the formation. Left side of the screen. But to the middle, incomplete to Pleasure. That's going to be well short, and the field goal unit led by J.J. Bolson is coming out for 3. For that amazing return, Tom.
Yeah.
coming away potentially with 3 points.
It's got to be so frustrating, and it's a lack of execution.
He didn't.
I don't think Coach Johnson agreed with Reed Sinnott's painting of that portrayal.
35 yards for J.J. Molson out of UCLA. These kickers have established themselves as the best in the league. Molson and Bates are both perfect for the season. We got a 6-point lead for Michigan.
Let's go! No one can catch him! Let's go! Let's go!
Well, the quarterback is fired up, and Kayla, so is his dad, Coach E.J. Perry.
We have E.J. Perry on the field. I have E.J. Dad and Coach. I got to call you Coach because you coached your son. What's it like getting to see him do his thing out here today?
Whenever I get to see him play in the UFL, in the NFL, it's just been awesome. And tonight, that last pass, obviously, Marcus made an unbelievable play. And EJ's just feeling it right now, so I want him to keep going. He loves the second half. And some people don't know, I'm EJ 3. We call him 4. All we did, that's why he wears the number 4. And I want to give a shout out. It was my anniversary yesterday, but I was on a plane coming here. So my wife has married me for 28 years, and my grandson Elijah is down in Florida with her. So this has been awesome, and just EJ and the Panthers got to keep roaring.
Congratulations to you and your wife. Is she watching at home, I would assume?
She's watching down in Florida, and she's watching this, and she's very excited.
And I got to say, Dad, what do you think of your son just being in this league? What do you want for him to get out of this?
What he's getting out of it is just great coaching from Coach Nolan and the offensive staff, and just continue to get better. When he was with Jacksonville last year, they just told him that he needed more film, so he's coming out to get more film, and it's his dream, and he just loves playing, and he loves, it doesn't matter what league, he'll just keep playing until they tell him he can't.
Happy anniversary, congratulations, and good luck to your son.
Thank you very much, and let's go Panthers.
So 3 coached 4 in high school, and then 4 started his college career at Boston College as Wes Hills gets the carry before transferring to Brown, where he played for his uncle, James Perry. So keeping it in the family.
We got to get a little Roman numeral 4 next to his name on the back of his jersey, though.
Oh, yeah.
You got to represent.
Here we go. Lex, rip, belly, check opposite slants on 1. Ready.
A little belly series.
What's that all about?
Well, 2 plays built into 1. The belly's going to be your run concept. The double slants.
Ready, shot.
Is his go-to.
It's one of those slants, and complete with the spin, Mariner has made 2 plays in back-to-back fashion. Good addition to this receiving core.
That pre-snap alignment tells E.J. Perry everything he wants to know. He knows that if he gets any influence with that run action by the linebackers that come inside the box, he's going to have the outside slant with no underneath coverage. Good recognition by him, good post-snap execution.
Mariner did not do much in 3 seasons at Utah, then transferred to Utah State and ended up second-team Mountain West as a senior, just under 1,000 yards. Hills dropped. And that is going to be a TFL brought down by Raheem Bingham. Bingham out of Arkansas State, 2018 Sun Belt Defensive Player of the Year.
Here we go. Back, Lex.
How about a little love for this wide receiver group? Really showing up for their quarterback today, E.J. Perry for the Michigan Panthers. Guys have made some plays all day long.
Yeah, Harry, making plays after the catch, too.
Ready, shot.
Perry with the draw. Perry diving close to the first down marker.
I didn't fly.
So he believes he had the first down, although this is going to be just shy. Colburn in at running back. And Colburn again pushing Perry forward. And it looks like the spot will be a first down.
First down. Here we go. Hold on. Hey, different.
The difference in execution of this offense between the first 2 weeks and the third week has been night and day.
Trey, Liz, zone on one, ready.
Mike Nolan told us that EJ has been pressing, and he's not exactly sure why.
Yeah, he said just go out there and have fun, throw it around a lot. Don't overthink it.
Perry pulls it from Colburn and then finds Hicatini. Markel Roby gets a stop, 5 yards for Lamar Jackson's former favorite target at the Ville.
The best university you guys can think of. University of Louisville.
Maybe slightly biased, but congratulations to Harry as his jersey number will be retired this season. Congrats, Harry.
Well, not retire. It would be Ring of Honor.
Well,
it's only 2. Johnny Unitas and Lamar Jackson, that's retired, Lowell.
Well, who do I need to call?
The Ghostbusters.
Perry with the thump. That's Corn Elder out of Miami. I'm sorry.
I do not know what the Ghostbusters are going to do about your Ring of Honor induction, but I hope they're there for you, Harry.
It sounded good, guys.
We got Vanilla Ice and Ghostbusters all mentioned in one broadcast by Harry. And look at the smile on his face. That was a heat check right there.
Yes, it was.
Here we go. We got to go on. Right trig, wing, rib stretch on one. Right. It's it.
All right, let's collect ourselves. 3rd and 1.
Hey, you just got to go. Terrible time.
Perry's 15-17. Hills right side. And it's right at the marker. Panthers are saying we got the first down, and now the sticks are moving. Great symmetry with West Hills playing in the state of Michigan as official true line measurement.
Right trig, rip plow on one. Right.
Showing it short, but on the field, they moved it to first down, and now we got a review coming up. So now with that true line technology, that can show a different
Chris,
spot
we're looking
than it
at the
actually
spot
is
here.
if
The
the football
line
isn't
game is
moved.
the 14. We have him short. I've got an elbow down, and we're going to move the ball back to the 14.5 and make it 4th down. The line in the game was the 14.
4th down at the 14.
14.5, correct.
So true line is correct there.
Okay, we still got a quarterback. We got a quarterback 4th down.
But important to point out with true line, it's not showing where the ball is right there after that tackle.
Right.
It's showing where the officials have then spotted the football after the tackle.
Dean Blandino all over it, right there at the 14.5, as he mentioned. That's exactly where the elbow went down.
Blandino doing a tremendous job, as always, inside the U.S. Army Command Center. Is it Hills time again on 4th and short? The bruiser lined up at the 21. He gets it. Tough running. And again, it's going to be close. But there's a signal, first down for West Hills. Once again, true line, powered by 4K cameras throughout Ford Field. Is to make it a 14-point game. It's the give. Same result. Matthew Colburn, 2 points. E.J. Perry, now with 4 rushing touchdowns on the season. That makes him the leader in the United Football League and becoming the undisputed leader of this Michigan team. Coburn tacks on 2 more, and it's all Panthers.
The NFL Draft begins Thursday, April 25th on ESPN and ABC.
You know, anytime that comes up, brings back memories for guys like this. Reuben Foster, who back in 2017 was a first-round pick of the San Francisco 49ers, doing everything he can to get another shot in the NFL. That draft coming up inside Ford Field. Caleb Williams, number 1. After that, anybody's guess. Last time we saw Isaiah Henning with one of these, took it 75 yards all the way down to the 20. Not as much success here. Here's Harry Douglas with E.J. Perry.
E.J., from the start of the game up until right now, you've been efficient, you've been accurate. What do you think about today so far, my man?
Yeah, it's going well. Guys are making plays. It's easy to be efficient when you throw a 5-yard route and Marcus takes it 70 yards. We've been really drilling it, you know, like every week we got to get better. And this week we're starting to execute at a higher level, and it's been good to see. And we got to keep doing it. We still got 19 minutes left to play, so we got to finish out.
So we talked to your father. We know he's EJ3. You're EJ4. If you guys were to run a race, who would win?
I'd love to win.
Thanks, EJ.
That was a rude awakening for Reed Sinnett. Breland Speaks out of Ole Miss flattened him.
One of the best edge rushers in this league and is part of the USFL before.
I mean, he's hitting me right in the face mask.
Reed Sinnett comes right off this play and boom!
Right in the face mask.
Former second-round pick by the Chiefs in 2018.
Okay. Trick right NASCAR. Trick right NASCAR. I mean, he hit me right in his face mask right into my chin. The front of his helmet right in my chin. Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I'm straight.
This is not a review.
No, he landed on me hard.
Yep, the head is up. He's turning, and the defender has the head up. We're good with the hit. This is a medical stoppage. They want to take a look at 7.
So no review there. Reed Sinnett is now in the blue tent getting checked out. That means it's Nolan Henderson time. See him with a handful of snaps so far in this game. Rhythm throw there to Braden Bowman, former South Alabama Jaguar, with 4 yards.
We heard Curtis Johnson say earlier, Houston's head coach, that he really likes his feet, likes his athleticism. I'd like to see them run him some, because if you could force that Michigan defense to have to account for all 11 players in the run game, you're going to have an advantage offensively if you're Houston.
3rd and 13. Low snap for Henderson. Almost brought down by Daniel Wise. Tripped up. Throws it away incomplete. And Breland Speaks. Breland Speaks has his crowd loving it.
Yeah, coming up from his stand-up position, actually from the inside spot here. Along the defensive front. He just breaks contain on the defensive tackle there. And here's Speaks coming from underneath. As Nolan Henderson just loses his footing, comes off balance, fortunate to get that ball in his hand.
Hunter, the punter. It's Hunter Nicewander out of Northwestern. And it's blocked. That is a game JJ. Keith Whitehead, the Delaware Blue Hen, got his mitts on it. Right up the middle. Too easy for Whitehead.
You cannot have that type of bust, of mental error, particularly on a punt play in the A-gap between the center and the guard.
It's 3 in 3 games.
Danny Etling now in quarterback. Whitehead, former two-time first-team All-American on the FCS level. It's a playmaker. Shifty moves by Colbert. The Demon Deacon still up. Fight for more yards down to the 11.
Just a basic inside zone, exploiting the cutback, making some people miss in tight confined spaces. Former Wake Forest Demon Deacon getting it done, got some juice.
Also a singer under the name Jay Burns, and he burned Sewell with those moves. Back to him, down to the 10.
But guys, that's also why you continue to run the football early on, right? Even if it's for 1 yard, 2 yards, because late in the football game, you're going to break one, as we've seen the Michigan offense just do.
Yeah, Herod, it's been impressive. You know, we talked about them just continuing to stay at it, not go away from it, and they've had some success because of that against a defensive front for Houston. As we've mentioned, nobody's been able to run the football on them all year long.
Empty for Danny Etling. Etling bounces and still has some room. A little shake to the 5-yard line. Really impressive, patient run there.
You know, he's fortunate that he didn't decide to throw it late because they were running draw. They had linemen downfield. He just made something happen. Very, very patient on the perimeter. Wise move to tuck it and get down.
If you watched the Birmingham Stallions play last night, you saw Alex Magoo honored before the start of the game, the MVP of the USFL last year. Etling was actually with the Packers before Magoo was signed by the Packers. That led to Etling's release, and now here he is in the UFL. In zone. Colborne.
Again, going back to the run game, you got to credit this Michigan offensive front because a week ago against Birmingham, they really struggled, not just in pass protection, giving up 7 sacks, but they could not get anything going in the run game, and they are handling Houston right now up front.
Think about Michigan overall as a team, though. They beat a really good St. Louis team week number 1. They were driving late last week against the Stallions and had a chance as Toby Johnson is down. It's a team that's very close to being potentially 3-0.
Well, and think about it. Your quarterback turned the ball over 3 times in the first 2 weeks. All right, so you've played cleaner football. You're not having self-inflicted wounds, not hurting yourself. They've just played a cleaner football game so far today.
And Tom, head coach Mike Nolan said this week, he wants the offensive side of the ball, those players, to mature faster. And that's what we've seen today.
Also keep in mind, this is the first year for Marcel Belfay as the OC for the Panthers. He's with the Philly Stars last year. So Nolan has also pointed out his entire team is learning this offense, but Belfay on the left there is a great teacher of the game.
He also has great energy. Every time I see him, he's smiling, he's happy, enjoying life.
And that's Toby Johnson, the former Georgia Bulldog, limping off the field.
You know, when you referenced, Harry, that Coach Nolan said we need our guys to mature faster. Well, what he's saying is at the National Football League level, that's ultimately kind of what separates guys making it, guys get cut. When you get coached to do something, can you immediately apply it? Can you do it? Can you do it at a high rate? And can you sustain it over a consistent period of time? And that's things that players in this league need to learn. They need to gather that type of mindset and be able to mature and process and do it quickly.
1-point conversion. Atling thrown off the back foot. Incomplete. He was looking for Mariner there. Mariner, of course, wanted the flag. Jimmy Moreland with the tight coverage. But it's 34-14. Don't say anything if you took the under. Don't laugh if you took the under.
How dare you?
Hey, when you've started as poorly as I have, you got to find the wins.
You got to take your opportunities.
Yeah, certainly. Let's get an update from Kayla.
Guys, quarterback Reed Sinnott went into the blue tent. He came out, gave the thumbs up. You should be seeing him in this next drive.
Love this for Sinnott because his career has been full of bad breaks, near misses. I mean, just last year in the XFL was with the Brahmas, starting to get more playing time, broke his foot at the end of the year.
Right, yeah, he's just starting to kind of become the guy, which is what he's trying to do here today. And as you can see, he's been efficient, he's been accurate. We've touched on his leadership, how he handles his teammates, how he handles the huddle. There's a lot of positives to take away from that. But right now, Michigan's pulling away because they're making plays and explosive plays that are resulting in points.
34-14 Michigan. This was a 1-point game going into the second half. Here's Hinney, shy of the 10. And Hinney on Sacramento State to the 30, but there is a flag down.
During the return, holding receiving team number 21. 10-yard penalty. It's 1st and 10.
And these are the type of mistakes that you can't have as you're trying to get back into a game.
Well, not only that, they're also the types of mistakes that have plagued this Houston team for 3 weeks in a row now. Whether it's a turnover, whether it's a penalty at an inopportune time, the inability to score when they get into the red area, they had a turnover in the red area here today.
This will be the final snap of the third quarter. Sinnott complete for 4 yards to Bowman. Fourth quarter. Marcus Sims has been the story, dialing it up another one. He's got a 66-yarder and a 76-yarder, the 2 longest plays from scrimmage in the United Football League this season.
Coach Mike Nolan, your defense has been awesome today. What has been the key to it?
Well, we got a lot of ball game left to go play, but they've been playing like they've always played. They play with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of passion, play fast. That's really the thing. If you bust your tail in this game, you can overcome a lot of things. Although they don't have a game plan quite like you have.
Coach, we were together with the Falcons. You know how we do it, Coach. I'm always prepared.
That stuff. All right.
All right, guys.
Love his attitude. He is such a joy to talk to.
Yeah.
And the man knows more football than we'll ever forget. I mean, it's just unbelievable, his depth of knowledge. Mike Nolan, former head coach of the Niners from 05 to 08. DC of 8 different NFL teams. And comes from a football family. First play of the fourth quarter. Michigan up 34-14. Sinnott with a little pump fake and hit hard Kai Nakua with the stop.
Trips right.
Third down.
Yep, we're running. Trips right. Fake, weak, F bubble. Y bubble.
Lake weak.
Eric Price, the OC, son of longtime college head coach Mike Price. TJ Pledger, first down.
Guys, I'll tell you about head coach Mike Nolan. When I was in Atlanta the year 2012, when we went to an NFC Championship game, he was a defensive coordinator. We had some players, but being able to deal with different personalities, different scheme, putting them in the right positions to be successful, it was a treat to be able to watch from the offensive side of the ball every day.
Sennett, complete to Grayson, who nearly slipped out of the tackle.
Trip flat.
And he's just loving this opportunity. Said that he thought he was basically retired before last season in the USFL. And this brings that fire back.
Well, he loves what the league's all about. And who wouldn't? Opportunity, you're coaching great people. They're hungry. They got a chip on their shoulder.
And it's all about ball.
Yep.
Low snap to Sennett. Sennett feels the pressure, gets it off before the contact. And he was looking for Justin Hall deep. Sennett's been poised. Jared Garantano was a quarterback at the beginning of the season. Out at least another week as he injured his ribs in a loss last week to DC.
Yeah, that's all right.
Hoping to get Mark Thompson back.
Austin, halfback read on one. Ready? Kiki, just go. Let's go.
Thompson was the USFL Offensive Player of the Year a season ago. And C.J. Johnson is confident to have the #1 running back return next week. Here's a 3rd and 3.
23. Tens the mic. Come here. Here we go.
All-out blitz. Sennett feels it, lofts it, and through the hands of Kiki Chisholm. Not even that 6'4" catch radius could bring that one down.
Well, they gave him everything he wanted. He switched to protection so he could account for the pressure. Then he gets one-on-one to the outside, and you heard him lead the huddle say, just go, Kiki, just go. I mean, hey, just run by the guy. I think he wished he could probably have thrown him up so he could go up and get that ball and elevate, use that 6'4" frame.
Going forward here.
What we got? Here we go. Wide rapper. Drift. Hey, 23.
We'll just call this play Vanilla Ice for Harry.
I wasn't getting them. It was going in and out. I wasn't getting them.
So it sounds like Sennett was having some communication issues. Timeout, Michigan. This league is wild. It's a 20-point deficit, but this thing is not over. We'll explain. We'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
And this is how we go all out. SEC on ESPN and ABC. This is how it's done.
The SEC well represented here today. 5 Michigan Panthers from the SEC, including that man, Breland Speaks, was one of the top pass rushers in the SEC in his days at Ole Miss. Look out for him on this play as the Roughnecks feeling desperation, down by 20, going forward here on 4th and 3. Quick pass, first down yardage, and more. Still up, still rolling. And that is Butler taking it down to the 25-yard line.
Little pitch and catch to the inside to Butler right here. And again, how difficult it is to tackle in the open field. I don't care what level of football it is. Butler makes a miss. Now all of a sudden Houston's got some life.
Yeah, we made a big deal about the SEC presence. How about that from northern Arizona, where Butler was a star. A great pickup by Pledger, and an even better break up there on the back end by Alexander. Pledger saved his quarterback, Tommy.
Well, that's what he's got to do. I mean, that's the unsung hero component to a really good running back, is you step up and you make the play versus the rusher that gives that quarterback that last opportunity to get the ball out.
52 on one, ready? Tear. Here we go, find the mic. Ready?
Pledger has logged some serious action with the thin backfield today for the Roughnecks. Senate will scramble, look downfield. Pledger gives him a block on the edge. And it's down to the 15. And look at that. Compliments Frank Ginda on the tackle.
But Ginda wasn't going to help him up because he's a linebacker.
Hey, Willie. Let's get lined up. Willie. Hey, keep five. Let's go.
Pledger, stiff arm, down to the 10. Harry, did you ever compliment a defender after he tackled you in your career?
Hell no. If anything, I was talking crazy to him.
Austin.
Why am I not surprised at all? 11th play in the drive. Senate feels the pressure, floats it. And that's incomplete as he was looking for Emmanuel Butler yet again.
He should have taken his first read. He takes the first read, which is to number 3, to his left, and just throw it to him. He's right there. He's open. He's probably going to walk into the end zone. I think he tried to set him up with a pump and get the throw to Butler, but he should have taken that throw to number 3, Chisholm. He would have had a touchdown.
As crazy as this is, down by 20, Houston is in a game. Right in the middle of it. If you have 2 9-point scoring drives, get the ball back on the 4th and 12, you can kick a field goal for the win. 3rd and 4, more pressure. He feels it to Pledger, and Pledger down to the 5 with a 5-yard pickup, first down. Impressive drive here by the former Ute, TJ Pledger.
You've got to come away with a touchdown right here. And it'll be interesting to see what Coach Johnson decides to do if they score a touchdown.
F short, spade, wide race, shallow angle. On one, ready, let's go. Come on. Gotta go.
It's really got to be, if they get in, a 2 or a 3-point conversion. Oh, did he get the time off? Timeout off in time. That was...
Timeout. Houston, they're first to the half.
That's a good play call.
Wow.
30 seconds.
Hey, if the time's going down and you're not in a good spot, just get set, because he was moving, and then that's why we had to call timeout. Yeah. Thank you.
Got it.
What was EP saying?
Big time. Come on, baby. What is it?
No, is it Finn?
What's the play? Call the play.
Flank right, that's short. Yeah, flank right. Yeah, okay. Hey, back, take your time. Let's go. Get in the huddle. We're going to get in the huddle. It's going to be 22.
I'll put you in down here.
Yes. Here we go. Let's huddle. Yeah, still on the south. Yeah, okay. Good job on the hot. You could have gone out too, but it's good. It's okay. Okay, it's flank right, and short, 22 feet, stay. Wide race, and shallow, angle on one, ready? Yes. Okay, finds the mic. Here we go, ready?
Senate, pressure from the middle of the line. Back to Kiki Chisholm. And wrestled out the 1-yard line. Adonis Alexander keeps him out of the end zone.
Well, you're going to see Frank Ginda, number 5, come right through. They go in double A-gap pressure along with number 10, Noah Dawkins. And Harry talked about this earlier. Mike Nolan does not care where he is on the field. He will go cover 0 and bring everybody.
Pledger wrapped up, brought down for a loss. It's out of Michigan State. The career leader in tackles for loss with the Spartans does it again.
Yeah, he just reads the down block, plays it off the hip of the offensive guard. Keeps his eyes up on the back. Makes a tackle. Heady play.
3rd and goal. A 15-play drive. Pressure up the edge. There's a flag down, but Hall takes it into the end zone.
What's the result here, Jim?
Touchdown.
Okay. 57. Offside, defense number 57. That penalty's declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
So Speaks jumped off sides. Sinnott hit Justin Hall, and here we go.
Speaks has anticipated that snap really, really well all day long, but he's also gotten the beat ahead of it, too. That's his second offsides call today.
Now, this has to be at least a 2-point conversion. I do not understand going for 1 in this situation.
Law, let me explain it to you. If you go for 1 here, and now the game is 21-34, you can get another stop, score a touchdown, and don't forget that 4th and 12, you have an opportunity to get the football back. That's why I don't think they have to go for 2. They can go for 1 right now.
But that would require another touchdown. Sinnott looking for Chisholm, incomplete.
Extra point conversion is no good. With 7:42 to go in the fourth.
Stays.
Michigan Panthers.
14-point lead after that. Point after try was no good. 7:42 left here in Detroit. This year's NFL Draft right here in Detroit, April 25th, 26th, and the 27th. We'll have every pick once again on ESPN, along with our usual expert analysis. It's also available on the NFL Network, and as always, ABC's coverage focuses on the prospects' journey to the draft. Mo Galindo here with Tom Luganville, Harry Douglas, Caleb Burton. Great day of football in Detroit. E.J. Perry has been the star. Looks like he's solidified himself as the man in this Panthers offense. They've got a 14-point lead. 7 minutes, 42 seconds left. Houston is in one of those situations where they could go for the 4th and 12 to retain possession, but Tom, probably a little early for that.
It is a little early, but they did bleed a lot of time off of that clock. Once they got inside the 5-yard line, they needed to score quicker.
Florida State Seminole Devontae Taylor with the kick return to the 30 to about the 35. Let's catch up with Kayla.
Coach Johnson, why did you decide to go for 1 there?
Well, I think this, I don't want to do it twice. I wanted the lead to be 21, 14-point lead to make the game go on if we got to go to OT or whatever.
What does your defense need to do?
They got to stop them. We need to stop in the worst way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess my point is, if you get 6 twice with 2 3-point conversions, you make it a 2-point game, and it allows you to kick a field goal
instead of having to score a
win.
touchdown.
But here's the deal. This has to be a stop, and it needs to be on the quick side.
No doubt.
All sorts of movement on the line.
Offense, number 80. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
That's a good start for Houston.
And that is on Hicatini. 3 straight drives, 3 straight touchdowns.
Here we go.
For Coach Nolan's
Left
offense.
Trig, wing, rip, stretch on 1. Ready?
How about that 7-minute, 41-second drive? That's what Nolan is looking for here to ice his bad boy.
Ready, shot.
Roughnecks defense. Out of Nevada with the stop.
Well, they know that Michigan does not want to throw the football here, so they're selling out, lining up. A lot of bodies near the box. Good job right there with Sewell and the rest of the crew for Houston.
Plasty, rip, hooker on 1. Ready?
Leveraging the football and forcing it back inside.
Gabriel, the oldest of the Sewell brothers, with Panay stand out with the Lions, Nephi with the Saints, and Noah with the Bears. That's a football family. Second and 18 for E.J. Perry. High throw nearly picked off. It went through the mitts of Markel Roby. The Pittsburgh State Gorilla almost turned this game on its head. Wow.
Chelsea, why are you coming so far in?
You hear E.J. Perry talking to Mariner right there. Felt like he should have sat down right as he turned around, but he drifted too far to the inside, according to Perry.
Here we go. Rex Plasty, Liz Zone, on one, ready.
Third and 18, longest third down. Perry and the Panthers have faced today.
Ready, time.
Roughnecks need to get him off the field here, and they will. Not much on that carry for Colburn as Chris Odom makes the stop. So that's as good as it could have gone for the Roughnecks' chances.
Outside of not picking up that potential turnover.
Isaiah Henney is deep to return this punt. UFL punt rules, gunners have to be inside the outside of the numbers, cannot get more than a yard downfield until the football is punted away. And he's going to have some room. Fields it at the 30. Already has a long kick return. Not going to happen here as he is smacked by Noah Dawkins out of the Citadel. Coming up next on ABC, enormous game in the XFL Conference with St. Louis taking on San Antonio. Brahma's probably the surprise team in the XFL Conference at 2-0. Battlehawks are loaded. Chase Garbers was a man that found the magic late. And you brought up the point. Houston is in the same position San Antonio was in a week ago against Memphis.
Exactly. 20 points down at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Found a way to come back and win.
Houston with 2 timeouts, 5:30 left. Sinnott has been outstanding in his first start. And he's chased out of bounds by Rondell Carter. What needs to happen on this drive for Sinnott and the Roughnecks?
Well, they got to try and come up with a way of getting an explosive play so they can quickly flip field position because the clock is no longer in their favor.
Got to score and leave yourself enough time for the 4th and 12 opportunity, and then to score after you can convert that. Sinnott taking a shot downfield, and nearly a circus catch made by Justin Hall.
That's the type of play I'm talking about right there. You've got to make that play. So now all of a sudden you're in plus territory. They had the isolation. They had the one-on-one that they wanted down the field. Ball's thrown slightly to the inside.
Now here's something to think about. You have your challenge. If you thought there was contact there, it was not called on the field. Coach Johnson could challenge that play and try to get a defensive PI. 3rd and 9. Sinnott drops the snap. Corrals it, collects himself, backside pressure, gets home. And it's Mika Tafua. Huge play. And time out Roughnecks. Let's listen in.
What you thinking? What you thinking? I know they went single safety. It looked like the basic was open.
Bean was there late. Tried to settle for in that hole. Yeah. I think step up.
Okay, let's go Henry. You want Henry bites?
Okay.
Let's go Henry bites. You guys get it. Let's put 10,
hey,
10.
We got to go on green here, guys. We got to go on green. Got to go on green.
You want to fit? Yeah, I want to fit.
Talk to each other.
I know it's getting a flat phone.
Are we going flex nasty or what are we going out of? Flex nasty or what is he calling?
Flex right empty. Henry bites. All right, shorty, come on back.
Hey, 20, just win in the middle. Got to go on green. Receivers, I'm going to try to draw them off.
Tom, what did you pick up?
Well, they're going to try and hard count him to see if they can get some of that yardage back just through a penalty. Now, there's a risk to that because if you don't hold your water, now you get a procedure penalty and you back yourself even more.
And we literally heard Sinnott say, hold your water.
Y. Henry bites on green. Ready?
4th and 7. Potentially the bowl game if the Roughnecks cannot convert. Three-man front for the Panthers. They're not budging. Here comes Ginda, who drops back. Sinnott has time. Overthrown to Grayson. That would have moved the chains and kept the Roughnecks alive. But a turnover on downs with 4:11 left.
Three-man rush, drop 8. Reed Sinnott had the route. Targets in the open void of the zone coverage. He just misses him. He just throws it high. Good sound pocket. He knows where he's going with the ball. He just overthrows him. Settle right there.
Call that route a cop route. Corner stop.
Yep.
Roughnecks only with 1 timeout. They're trying to stop the clock with 4:11 left. That's the look of frustration. C.J. Johnson just telling his guys, we just need 1.
Yeah.
We need to find a way. We need to get in the win column anyway.
Ready, shot.
E.J. Perry trying to close this one out with Wes Hills. 1-yard gain. The yardage not nearly as important as the clock right here.
Jordan, you have the edge. Jordan, you have that guy.
And up next, St. Louis at San Antonio from the Alamo Dome on ABC. Battlehawks, a 2-point favorite.
Here we go. Gun, right, class, the rip, stretch on 1. Ready? Let's line up in it.
The over has hit here. And Michigan covering comfortably with 3.5 left. Hills maybe gets a half a yard.
Lowell, why are you trying to make it sound a lot better than what it is?
In what way, Harry?
Well, you know, the over has hit. That's all I thought you should have said.
Okay.
You left it as that.
Okay.
He's been so down in the dumps, Harry, that he needs to pick his moments and feel good about himself.
Hey, I've lost 20 fake dollars through 2 weeks. I need to start earning some of this back. At some point, I'm going to get cut off, not be able to participate with you guys. United Football League season continues. Here's the slate for week 4. Saturday, it's the Showboats taking on the Battlehawks at 12:30 Eastern on ABC and ESPN+, and on Fox, DC Defenders and the Birmingham Stallions. Also, the Panthers and Brahmas both at 7 Eastern. Sunday on FS1, it's the Renegades and Roughnecks. This game is so important for Michigan because the top 2 teams in each conference get into the playoffs.
Right.
Birmingham looks like a world beater right now. They've won 10 straight dating back to last season in the USFL. This win will keep them 1 game behind the Stallions.
Yes. And when they play clean football, they being Michigan, this is a really good football team. They've had their best 4 quarters of the season here today.
3rd and 8, Perry keeps, and E.J. Perry trying to ice this bad boy.
Good little wrinkle. Just read the defensive end. He's unblocked. He collapses down. Take the running back. E.J. Perry just pulls it, does what he does best. You mentioned it, Lowell. Ran a 4.6 at the NFL Combine. He's got some wheels.
Rated out at that draft combine as the most athletic quarterback in the testing, not just the 40.
Right.
All the different tests that those quarterbacks go through in Indianapolis. And there's Pops. E.J. Perry the 3rd looking on, his high school coach. Now, big question for me in Michigan is, was the offensive line really a concern last week? Or is the Birmingham defense just that good?
Well, what we saw last week with the answer to your question is twofold. Number 1, Birmingham's that good. 15 sacks in 2 weeks along their defensive front. But Michigan last week had mental busts. They weren't athletic issues. They had some mental busts that led to some real errors and a lot of those sacks and pressures last week. They've cleaned that up today.
Well, guys, speaking about...
That brings us to the 2-minute warning. E.J. Perry of Michigan trying to ice it and go to 2-1. We'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Come on! Fire up! Let's go, man! It's our house tonight! Let's go! Win on 3, 1, 2, 3, win! Hell yeah, baby!
St. Louis tight end Jake Sutherland claiming the Alamo Dome in San Antonio as the Battlehawks house tonight. That game is coming up next on ABC. Expect a close game. Battlehawks lost week 1 on a field goal. Won week 2 on a field goal. 2 minutes left here in Detroit. Low snap. Wes Hills down to the 11-yard line. And E.J. Perry has just been cool, calm, and collected. That was not the best exchange, but it didn't matter. Looking at 208 through the air for Perry, 60 on the ground, and he's the UFL leader with 4 rushing touchdowns on the season.
Why is the clock not running? Why is the clock not running? We just lost 20 seconds.
Now,
here we go.
Under 2, it will stop for a first down until the ball is reset, and then the clock should resume. Essentially, the college football rules.
Yeah, don't score. Right, Liz, gut on 1. Ready?
Don't score.
Get set, get set, get set.
Don't score.
Shot. Ready, shot.
Hills, couple yards.
We're in victory. Victory.
And E.J. Perry is saying it's time for victory formation. Bring it out. So week number 2 for the Battlehawks. 4 lead changes. They get a game-winning field goal. The Brahmas 12 points in the final 48 seconds. A go-ahead touchdown with 3 left. And then how about this? They didn't want the point after try to go the other way and to lead for more points, so they took a knee.
Yeah.
And that was the difference with the total in that game.
Unbelievable.
That's a bad beat right there. Great matchup in the XFL conference coming up next.
Go down, go down.
Hills, at the urging of E.J. Perry, goes down.
But E.J., I want to score.
Wants to taste that end zone.
Telling somebody not to score is un-American.
Says the guy that always picks the under. You need to check yourself there. Panthers fans, they love their team here in Detroit, and they've got a good one. This is a team under Mike Nolan that will be a threat in this conference.
No doubt about it. Best 4 quarters of football were played here today.
I got a playmaker at receiver, no doubt about it.
Really good team.
And so much respect between coaches and quarterbacks. Michigan wins 34-20. We'll have more from Ford Field coming up after the break.